Hi everyone, I'm Laura from gosimpli.ca, and today I have an abs workout for you. It's boot camp style. We're going to be going through 6 different exercises for 35 seconds each, and we're not going to have any break in between. So we'll do all 6 exercises, then we'll take a quick break for about 30 seconds just to regroup. We'll do it again, another 30-second break, and then a third time. So 3 times through before we're finished. I haven't included a warm-up, so you'll want to get one of those in before we get started. Other than that, let's get ready. Okay, hopefully you've got a mat out or some sort of soft surface that you can work on. Let's get down to the ground. Our first one is a leg drop in and out. So bring them all the way down, tuck them in, back out, and then up. Okay, so you're trying to keep your legs as straight as possible in the drop part, in the lift part, and your hands should be doing nothing. They're just resting. So remember, we're doing this for 35 seconds. Okay, so that means we have less than 10 seconds to go. Our next exercise is a back bow. So flip over, back bow hold, so we go up, pull the arms back, and down. So the whole time you're doing this, you should be tightening the muscles in your legs, tightening the muscles in your bum. Of course, keeping your core solid so your abs are tight. And then your arms, when you pull back, they're tight too. Okay, our next exercise is going to be a side hip raise. Now, it really doesn't matter if you do left or right because we'll do the other one the next time through. Okay, so you can go full length from your toes if you can. That's definitely the hardest version. If you're finding that challenging, then go ahead and drop to one knee, and that will help with it. But if you can, straight out. Okay? So I already gave you a hint that we're going to be doing the other side, so that's our next exercise. Alright, so then we're simply going to switch around. And again, trying to go from your toes if you can, from your feet. But if you can't, that's fine. Remember, you have other options. You can go down to your knee. Okay? You're trying to keep those hips stacked so they're in line. And again, doing the hardest version that you can. Even if you can do 2 hard ones and then drop down to your knee, that's fine. Anything is better than not trying it at all. Next one is a Russian twist. So you're leaning back, arms out in front, and rotating side to side. Okay, you're trying to keep your back nice and straight. You don't want a lot of rounding. Okay, you're nice and straight. And slow turn. If you go too fast, it's all momentum, and it won't actually work those ab muscles. So you have one more exercise until we finish this group. And that's a plank knee up. So into a plank here and pulling one knee up to the side and then the other. And going back to the plank every time. Trying to keep your plank solid. Okay, you don't want any bums up, or on the other hand, you don't want any sinking low. Okay, protecting your back, abs tight, and lifting your knee out to the side. Okay, we've got about 5 seconds left, and then we're done this whole time once through. Okay, so now you've got your 30 seconds break. You've seen all the exercises. So we're ready to go through it another time, and then remember once after that. So take a little break. Get yourself ready for the first exercise, which is that leg drop. Give your abs a little relax here. Okay, so we've got less than 10 seconds to go. I'm going to start with my legs up. Be ready. Okay, so dropping and then pulling in. So abs are tight. Arms aren't doing any work here. 10 seconds left of this one. And we'll switch over to those back bow holds. Okay. Now you'll notice with no rest in between, we lose the first few seconds of each exercise. That's why we're doing 35 seconds instead of just 30. So I've sort of hidden a transition time in there with the exercise. So we're basically, if you cut out that bit of transition time, we're doing about 3 minutes of solid ab work with no break, other than switching positions, right? So it's very challenging on the core to keep holding and working. Okay, so side hip raises, doesn't matter which side you start on. If you can, go all the way from your toes. But please, if you can't, don't give up. Drop it to the knees. That's totally fine. You can do 2 knees like this if that works better for you. It doesn't really matter. Okay, and when you feel strong, go up to the legs. Or do 2 on your legs and then 2 down at your knees. Whatever works for you. Okay, and now we're simply switching sides. I find side hip raises very challenging, and therefore I try to avoid them because they're challenging. But they work, so it's good to put them in wherever we can. And again, if you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. You're still working the muscles, and as you get stronger, you'll have something to progress to, which is a good thing. Okay, now we have our Russian twist. So leaning back. Now some of you out there might have abdominal muscles that are much stronger than mine. That's excellent. If you do and you want to make this harder, lift up your legs. Okay, I can do it for a bit, but I certainly can't hold it the whole 35 seconds. So I can try to drop one leg. That makes things a little more difficult. And of course I can switch which leg is down. And as I get stronger, I will work towards having both up for longer. Okay, and our last one of round 2 is the plank knee up. So holding that plank, knee out to the side. It's a little less boring than just holding a plank, which is excellent core work as well, for sure. This is adding a little bit of glute work as well, and thighs. Oh, excellent, and we've earned ourselves another 30 seconds break here, and then one more time through, and then we'll be done. So that means if we're doing 3 minutes of hard work each round, we'll do 9 minutes of solid ab work, which is quite a lot of ab work. I know sometimes we think of needing to do a 30-minute workout. 30 minutes of just abs is incredibly challenging and not always the best way to work them. So this, we're just going to get ready here. Remember, leg drop in and out. This 9 minutes here of hard work is really good to do at the end of another workout. Maybe a HIIT or a cardio, or even maybe you've done some lower body weight training and now you just want to do a little extra to make your workout a bit longer if you want. That's great. It's also another great thing, maybe you only have 10 minutes, and that's fine. 10 minutes is way better than no minutes. So maybe you have found 10 minutes in your day today. Okay, so now we're doing back bolt holds, and you're taking those 10 minutes and you're doing something positive for your body. And you should be really proud of that. 10 minutes is a big deal. You should not think of it as, oh, I only have 10 minutes, so I'm not going to do it. That's not the way to approach exercise at all. If you've got 10 minutes and you can fit in, a short ab workout like this one, perfect. That's great. You've done your body a huge favor, as well as your self-esteem, and probably your mood, the mood lift you get from doing it. Okay, side hip raise. Right now where I am here in Canada, it is the middle of winter. Even though I'm Canadian, I am not a huge winter fan. So exercising gives me that little bit of a boost. And, you know, helps my mood to feel better, and I can remember that even though in Canada we have long winters, they're not that long. They're not forever. And when spring comes, I'll have energy to go outside and do the fun things I want to do in the warmer weather. Because I didn't hibernate all winter even though I felt like it. Okay, so a side hip raise on the other side. Again, from your toes if you can do it, or do a few from your toes, and then a few from your knees. And then if you can, go back to those toes. And if you have to do the whole thing from your knees right now, that's fine. And if you can only do 2 or 3 reps from your knees and then you have to take a break and stop, that's fine. Anything is better than not doing it. Okay, Russian twist. We all start somewhere. And if you're at the point where you can only do 2 or 3 repetitions of an exercise and then you need to stop and take a break, you're starting, and that's what counts. It's so important to just get started. Only 10 more seconds of this, then we have just one more exercise, and we'll have done this whole routine. Okay, plank knee ups. So up in the plank, knee out to the side. I try to tape a lot of shorter workouts. You'll notice that the short ones don't usually have a warm-up and a cool-down. That doesn't mean it's not important, it totally is. I just know that a lot of people today don't have half an hour, don't have 45 minutes. And 10 minutes is a great way to start fitting exercise into your day. And there we go. We've done it. We've gone through 3 hard rounds of ab work. We've worked a solid, some extra breaks in there to catch our breath. You should be very proud of yourself. Hope you'll come and join me again soon.